everyone, and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the last episode, we had continued on with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies game, and we had continued on with Monstrous Turnabout. We had done the investigation, and now we started with the trial. Now we found out about our illustrious and very interesting fellow, well, I was going to say fellow, but the prosecutor in this case, Mr. Simon Blackwell. Now, he is a convicted you're not, you're fine. He is a murderer, he's in chains, and he's a very dark personality. And then you have this guy. Hi, Fulbright. How you doing?
Well to bedside.
Yeah, yep, fine. Again, you haven't really missed a lot. So yeah, in the last episode we had started cross-examining Mr. Fulbright, got halfway through, and yeah, so we're just gonna continue on, I guess. Come to think of it, a cup of coffee was found on the floor. Was a sedative in his coffee? Bingo! We found traces of sleeping agent all over the inside of the cup. And that is why he was out cold. Oh yeah! It is, isn't it? Damn! Do you do something to celebrate the end of Ramadan? Because I know Ramadan is like fasting and all that. So, to put it in a very British sense, do you have a slap-up feast? A slap-up meal, as we Brits would call it. That is until he leapt to his feet upon being impaled by the mare. What an awful way to wake up. A rather stimulating eye-opener, if you ask me. I too would have risen to the attack, for to die in battle is a samurai way. Paradise awaits fallen heroes, but that hole in his stomach would make eating a challenge. Prosecutor Blackwell, please. Those morbid jokes of yours have no place in this court. Says the jester in detective's guise. Moving right along.
The lost, I'd. Here in Indonesia we come to our house parents' compound.
Ah. Touche. Touche. Also, ignore me if I start eating. So, I have a Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And I don't have any space in the freezer for it. I messed up greatly. So, I'm trying to have it before it all just melts into slurry. I won't do it that often, though, to be fair. Did you see those rock-hard muscles of his? I'm surprised the superior managed to pierce that hour-like musculature.
It's pretty fun, and their shit ton of food.
Oh, I'm such a foodie. And like I said to you the other day, I would love to just experience different cuisines. Just, love it. I admit, I'm completely jealous of that righteous body of his. Well, he did look pretty buff, even in that suit he had on. Quite a difference when compared with a yellow belly like you. Yellow belly? Who even says that anymore? Yeah, and the colour's all wrong too. Oh, I know. How about a squishy red tomato? I move to strike both of your comments from the record, please. Mr. Justice's character is not the issue here. Now, let's get back to what happened after the far more muscular alderman was impaled. Yeah, well, your average person would likely have died on the spot. Still have a bit of I cough, as you can tell. There we go.
The same food tastes different each house.
Ah! Still, though, like, I mean, fair enough, and I could try different versions of the same thing, but it'd still be, like, amazing to try new cuisine. Because us British, what do we have? Got beans on toast. And that's about it. Well, let's say we've also got, like, haggis and black pudding, but that's Scotland. An iron brew, but that's also Scotland. Absolutely. After all, he was once a pro wrestler. The injustice of being drowned in spear was answer of righteous counterattack. But does being a former pro wrestler make him superhuman? Absolutely. After all, he was one of the good guys, like superhero on the side of justice. In justice we trust. Even though he was retired, he could still don his superhero guise in times of need. You need to lay off that comic books, detectives. We're talking about real life here.
Today I went to 5 and there were 34 people or more gatherings at my grandparents' house. They're multiple.
Ah, damn. God, it's big. It's a lot. By setting aside the half-wit's flights of fancy, the fact is this. The court-ordered post-mortem concluded the victim moved after his skewering. So he found the strength somehow to attack his attacker, huh? Detective Fulbright's testimony sounds airtight. No wonder he's so confident. No, he only thinks it's airtight. Sub twist pokes some holes in it. Part about the alderman fighting back sounds like a big hole waiting to be poked. I'm gonna assume it's this then, but I don't... Did the alderman really strike the mayor? What? Are you questioning my sense of justice? Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of... Oh, this is the first part. I literally just started the trial in the last episode. Yeah. This is like the first testimony in the trial.
Day 1 or 2?
Day 1. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him. But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory. You don't hear the defense as a counter-argument? Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective's statue theory. I'm assuming that there's no fingerprints. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. If you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice that the ornament isn't wearing gloves. Yes, I believe he is quite gloveless indeed. If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you? Yeah, this can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? You did it, Apollo? You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse. Well, it's just 1 point in our favour. Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? Oh, well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox Chamber? Exactly, and this could be a big break we've been looking for. That does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument.
I don't like Bob.
Know how what end? With this case or this game? I mean, either way, I guess you would know what the end of this case would be, to be fair.
Gimme gumshoe.
I know, right? Already. Like, this guy is interesting, I'll give him that. But it's not Gumshoe. It's not Gumshoe. I've had Gumshoe for 4 games. Well,
End of the game.
3.5. Because he was in one case in the Apollo Justice case, so 3.5. Prosecutor Blackwood, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion? The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Justice Dono? He's been watching way too many samurai flicks. It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackwell. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackwell. That is a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Oh, I like the flash of his eyes there. That was cool. I can't lie, the prosecutor is fucking amazing already. Like, his music is sick. Like, listen to this and tell me this isn't badass. This music is badass. But anyway, it just so happens the blood was the mayor's. So, what are you getting at? Hold your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle and you shall see the hole you thought you found is but an illusion. Now let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used? Maybe the Alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth. It ensured he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike the back of the mare. Yeah. Precisely. Bonnie for you, boy. No. No. Oh, it was nothing. Apollo, don't let us manipulating you too. You just closed the whole of your prosecution. I did. Yeah. Oh, I did. Right. That...
profile.
I actually haven't. A prosecutor and prison inmate. He has mastered the use of psychological manipulation in courtroom. He's 28. He looks fucking amazing for his age. That's all I'm saying. A statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints. It is as plain as day. But this also proves there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. Oops. Now do you see how dull your mind is? There's 2 pages. I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that he always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore. Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me. Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef? It would seem that if it...
will be tail in the last case.
Ah! Very interesting. Well, I'll have to keep playing then, won't I? I'll have to keep playing this game to find that out. Because I do love him. He's amazing already. Like, he's badass! It would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all. I was kind of attached to that whole... Now what? Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the alderman didn't hit the mayor with it? Why didn't I think of that? Anyone could have not left prints on it. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady. There's only one answer. The real killer. Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence do you have? I'll give you evidence, all right. Athena, are you sure about this? To borrow your words, Paul, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks allegedly from the yokai that were found on the scene. I believe they were from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue. Any fans really suggesting some sort of monster killed that alderman? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left. Yeah. Sorry, guess I got kind of carried away. Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense. Sorry, yeah. Just this kid still. Well, a kid. Ouch. You mean you're reporting this to Mr. Wright?
This case is one of the best cases and cruel.
Oh, and cruel? Oh no. Cruel in what way? Well, unless that has spoilers, then don't say. Of course. So this is court. So is this court to believe the feathers and tracks are for me? Yokai, as you put it? No, I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer was to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman. Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that? Why indeed?
The way the victim killed.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Okay. Mr. Dawson, you seem as new to this as your partner is. Yeah, yes, I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright. We fool, Bright. Explain to his boldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. Well, you mean you can explain all that? Investigative prowess is without equal. I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. I will let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks. This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Temma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. So he stole the village's fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look as if a yokai was a killer. Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears? Absolutely. He knew exactly how to prey on the superstitious minds. Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenmataro, that is. Tenma who? Tenmataro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. Which, I mean, look at me, do you blame them? And thus they were blinded to other more plausible explanations. I say again, do you blame them? Look at me. A badass.
Have you
A
remembered the
bummer.
answer clock that I was talking about?
Yes. Yes, the backside clock. Oh, was Gavin's, not Christoph Gavin's Cyclock. Yes. Hold on for a sec. Before we start letting her... Oh, not again. Wait. So there's another one. Very interesting. Isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect? Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at Cupid Manor. And as a part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Temmatara. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than a legendary demon. Dullard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games. What? Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believed the murder to be the work of the real Temmataro. However, the police believe the person in the Temmataro suit is the killer. Yeah. The defendant sought to solve this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman, and the some mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime. Objection! Do you honestly believe Mayor Temmo would do something so stupid? The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright? Right, it was the mayor's last ditch to effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The Amazing Nine Tails was fueling both the OK craze and the anti-merger movement, who, I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Anti-merger? I'm like, what the fuck? Plus, he's one of the better-known mass wrestlers and the hometown favorite. But I don't watch wrestling. I'm more into Formula One. Detective? Yeah, sorry. That's why the mayor panicked and set on the path of injustice. Injustice! There you go. But do the people of Naruto's really believe the yokai is behind the crime? Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Just so, a particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey. You don't say? Was this inmate a con artist? No, it was me. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? Yes, well, but now then, defense may proceed with their cross-examination. I guess. What a cross-examination? We spent so long talking, I can't even remember myself. Oh, it's all melting. Hold it! Detective Fulbright. Is the anti-merger movement really that strong? Oh, absolutely. They parade around in yokai costumes and down with Mayor Tenma. Just the other day when he stirred Tempest City Hall claiming it was a den of vipers. But when the accused showed his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves upon the autumn wind. For you see, lowly yokai are no match for Temmataro, the dark lord of their kind. Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma? Or Temmataro? I'm confused. I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy. Why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act? Hold it! Hold it. The Amazing Night House. No one knows his true identity, right? That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Timber Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion. Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Timber Town Pro Wrestling. He was amazing. If ever there were a real superhero, it would be him.
Someone know who is that fox?
Oh yeah, we know who the fox is. Or yeah, the Naruto's fox is the alderman. We know. Oh, my eye. It's in my eye. I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He'd even team up with Prosecutor Blackwell. A police detective and a prisoner in chains. You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. Fair enough. I know I would. So you do understand the greatness that is the amazing Night Tales.
Hold it!
Did the murder and did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears? Absolutely, it had an immediate effect. The presumed return of the dreaded Temperatura has them shaking in their boots. Oh my, is it really that bad? That superstitious lot is as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a mass exodus. I see. That's a very persuasive argument. The mere thought of his honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slash's words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now. See, there can only be one reason why anyone would plant those feathers and tracks. It made it look like Yoko was the killer. But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the village's fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman QB? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? Everyone agrees there's no better reason for the murder, correct? Objection! Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated? From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman QB's secret identity. Apollo, I think Prosecutor Blackwood has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Nine Tails.
Is because in the tails, gold.
Ah, wait, what? Eh? Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my! But why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Your boldness is an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Res QB, was the amazing Nine Tails.
It was sealed behind the door.
Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. and the mayor's discovery of this fact was his motive for murder. No! Order! Order! What a shocking development. How to clear the crystal clear. What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they'd tie the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. At last, we've reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your boldness? Is the... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. Doesn't secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your boldness. Right, now take a look at this. If you value your dearest life, you will merge Nighthill's mail with Timber Town. His blackmail letter was found in the Alderman Cuby's pocket. What? At present, the Alderman's wife is in hospital. And that letter is clear evidence. The mayor was blackmailing him by threatening his life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter get sent to Mayor Tim and go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder. I think maybe the killer tore the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the Alderman's pocket. It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened. Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Mayor Timmer would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planning the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Ninetales.
But this fact the blackmail is sent to Mayor Tenmer, I think he was the amazing QB.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't lie. My brain has kind of turned to mush with who had what at this point. So it was the amazing Ninetales counterattack that brought the entire crime to light. Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the Alderman after planting the yokai evidence, and the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that. Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. Mayor Temper killed the sleeping Alderman after planting the feathers and tracks.
You need to cook so it didn't turn to mush. Cook.
Kill the sleeping after planting the feathers and tracks. No, it can't be after.
Objection!
The defendant Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, I'm going to prove it to you this time. Even better than the last. Take a look at this photo. This is the crazy photo. And what does it prove?
The feathers.
Yeah, it's the feathers and technically the prints, really. It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you, they were planted before the murder.
Above the blood.
Yeah. The defendant planted the yokai evidence when... Well, that was when... The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out during while killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene.
Take that!
Are you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes. See how the feathers are on top of the blood, and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. The mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself. Mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Yeah, there must be some mistake. I love it. This is what we're talking about. Order, order. Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really half-baked? He's taking this really hard. Pardon me. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Temmer's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Temmer, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Temmataro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. Oh, this is awkward. Will someone please say something? I'll have to explain to the court exactly what he means. You damn Irish-court of justice itself. You aren't fit to bear a name, boy. Your boldness. It appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. Apollo, think of something quick before you're held into contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears. But you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all of this statement here. Fair. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Temataro. Yeah. Before you kind of throw me out into the airlock, please hear me out, maybe a little bit? No? Okay. You just start begging for your life. I'm like, I'm not the killer, but you actually are. Red's sus. Red's always sus. Chocolatey cookie dough. Damn. Wait. After she's discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here that she saw Temataro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left the feathers and dress behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust. Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else. So why isn't the head killer? There's all says that the prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Apollo, the events was shifted in our favour. Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection!
Objection!
This case is a mess.
Why is it a mess? It's interesting. Little do you realize that though you're in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator...
Even the defendant.
True, I guess. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled towards the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. You mention it. Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time, but they haven't stated that they saw the yokai, have they? Did you ever visit imagination? Didn't those two see the mayor didn't say that Temataro passed by? Why don't we ask them ourselves?
We already know it's Lubili.
I mean, we do. We know it's LaBelle. We saw it. There was a cutscene. He said night night, Alderman, sweet dreams. Like, yeah. Oh, but there we go. What can you do? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch caretaker of QB Manor to the stand. I just know he must have something. Wow. I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. Okay. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request. Prosecutor Buckland? I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No.
Is Filch.
No. To be fair, the way these two work, Could it not have been LaBelle wearing a costume, and then LaBelle just gets Filch to do as he says? Very well then, bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him over to the stand. Oh, God. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? The name's Filch. My name's Filch. Yep.
Not wearing costume.
No, but we don't know what was behind the door.
Or where he get it.
We don't know what was behind the door. We don't know what's in the Forbidden Chamber. No one does. So he could just hold a costume of Demetaro. Really? Oh, and this is really a lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Yeah, those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Albright? Don't tell me if you install them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. What? But is it awfully expensive? Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect with someone like your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Oh, ethics schmethics. Ethics schmethics. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for you too. Yep. I'm sorry about the truth, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Demetard in the fire after the murder. Please, for the love of God, just talk about anything. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Gilby asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, or fishy or otherwise, could get to our guest. Why am I turning farmer? I was still in my office, keeping a good watch when the murder happened. Yep, after 3 p.m. Well, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. No, sorry. Pardon me. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dream. So you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Demetaro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, and nothing but a truth.
I see Filch mean to steal.
Yeah, but look, Filch is Filch. He's always going to steal, I think. Again, to be honest. I bet those 3 keys around his neck are probably stolen as well. And Demetaro, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo-jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't. My bracelet. It's something about a marble? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? Seeing Mr. Tanuki, Filch has been lying to us? I won't roll it out. Now, I could just zero in on a tell, some sort of nervous habit. What in the few? Why is there just... I don't... There is just a falcon.
My grid is here.
I was gonna say, it's just... Hello, my mail has arrived. Sorry, this is my owl from Harry Potter. He's bought me a howler. I was about to call it a screecher then. Although I think there is a thing called a screecher in Harry Potter, but I know they're howlers more so. What's the hall doing in here? Oh, of course it's for you. Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. Of course it's yours. Why am I not surprised? He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Oh no, what am I doing? He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail.
Taka will be the main key in last case XD.
This feels too much like the hamsters from Danganronpa 2, Junpei and all that lot. Gundam Tanaka. Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This is some sort of trick or... We won't be able to spot squat like this. What the heck's going on round here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Screech. How dare. Yeah, somebody help. Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save for when truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like I have to do this the old-fashioned way. It'll be fine, I think. Someone dressed as Tamatora there, Phil should have seen him. I'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Please proceed with your cross-examination. Well, we'll do that in the next episode. That's a lovely little place to save off for now. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!